Hello, Robert again, and I wanted to make a quick video on animation since this week we're talking about animation and I can't download the program that we've been doing. So I wanted to give an example of how you could create animation, but not with Maya this time. This time just using simple paper and using Final Cut Pro. So I have a file here where I've already done all of this, and let me open this up. And if I click on these files, I've already scanned, I drew these and I scanned them in. So let me see. Let me zoom in. And it's just simple shapes, circles, ovals, and drew 12 images in a sequence and labeled them. Of course, if you see up in the top, I labeled them 1, 2 in sequential order all the way down to 12. Now, if you notice that some of the drawings have these little X's on it. Now, this is because once you draw it once, you want to be able to trace the same image in the same position so that it's not jumping all over the place. So that's why these X's, like if I drew 9, then I place it in the middle, and then I can line it up. On this one you can't tell, but I erased the X's so that I could line it up so that it's not jumping up and down, and the horizon line or floor or whatever he's going to be running on is going to stay lined up. So I scan these in and then I save them. And the thing with using Final Cut Pro is it has to be every file has to be written in sequential order. So like this first one, of course, with it being image number 1, I just labeled it 001. And then so on and so forth all the way to 12. So when you get done, you open up Final Cut Pro, which I already have it opened. You hit File, and you import your folder and whatever name you want to give it. And once it's imported, you open it up, grab every single file, copy, grab every file, right click, copy, come down to your timeline, click, and then paste. Now I've done this twice here because, like I said, the original was only 12 pictures. So since I want the sequence to run a little bit longer, I just copied it twice so that now that I get 24 frames. So once you load it in here, you can just grab them all. Make sure you grab them all. You can do this individually, which you will do just depending on what type of 2D animation you want to do, but, and change the frames, the duration speed individually. But since I want every one of these to be at half a second, so I know 4/4 of a second, you click your duration and then change it here. I tried it at 1 second. 1 second is too slow. I tried it at 1/10 of a second. It was still too slow. So you might have to play around with the settings on this to figure out what speed you want to get it. Since this is a man running, I wanted it to be a little bit faster. So I selected 4, and once I'm done, then you can hit the play blast and you can see. Well, let me set the play head up, and then you can see it play. And this speed is fairly decent. And the nice thing about this is you have the scroll bar up in your canvas view, and you can scroll back and forth to see where you would like. You could extend a sequence. I actually have other drawings where it's a man jumping from one area, from one side of the image to one side of the canvas to the other. But that one has like 36 images and it takes a long time. So I just decided to do this one real quick since it's only 12. But you can scroll back and forth and figure out, okay, this might need to be extended a little bit more or whatever. But as I scroll through these, you can tell the difference where I shaded some areas and some areas I didn't, where I got rid of the identifying marks, and you scroll through. And when you get all done, you come up to File, and you want to export this. And since this is Final Cut Pro, you want to just go ahead and go into QuickTime, and then you save it wherever you want. And when you get done, I saved it onto another screen and open it up and set the. You want to set the setting, well, depending, because this one I just want it to loop over and over. So I come in and I click View and then just hit Loop, and then when I play it, it should just loop over and over and over. Nope, actually it didn't do that. Let me do it again. Now it should loop over and over and over. And it'll just continue to play over and over and over. And this is what the animation using a 2D drawing looks like using Final Cut Pro. Thank you for watching.